Hey everybody, sorry it's been a while. I've had some personal issues over the past few weeks, but we're back and probably a good time to decide to come back because we will be reviewing the newest Star Wars movie, Rogue One. And pretty sure everybody knows I am a huge Star Wars fan, so I was very, very excited, very much looking forward to this movie, and saw it, and I saw it in IMAX, and this movie does not disappoint. This was a phenomenal movie. Um, I mean, it's the first of the anthology movies, the Star Wars stories, and it's what a way to start. I mean, if anybody, for anybody who doesn't happen to know, this movie is all about how the rebels got the Death Star plans that you see so much of in Episode 4, New Hope. So that's what this movie's about. It's they're getting those plans, getting them to Princess Leia so that they can figure out the weakness of the Death Star. So just from the start, I mean, this movie hasn't been without its controversies. They recently came out and said there wouldn't be an opening crawl. It's the first Star Wars movie without one. Not a big deal. Didn't really bug me. Could it have used it? Yes. But not a huge issue. There was all the talks about all those reshoots, whatever. The movie is outstanding. If I had to rank it in with the Star Wars movies, and granted this is just based off one viewing, I haven't seen it multiple times yet, it sits at number 3. Of course, the first Empire Strikes Back and then Return of the Jedi, and then Rogue One. I liked it a lot better than The Force Awakens. Not to say that Force Awakens wasn't a great movie. I enjoyed the hell out of that movie. But Rogue One and I'm not going to give any spoilers away, this is a war movie. They had people from, Zero Dark 30, Black Hawk Down, Saving Private Ryan. People who worked on those movies helped on this movie to give it that actual war feeling. And, the third act of this movie is one of the best in movie history. Not just in Star Wars, in movie history. And again, I'm not going to really spoil anything about it, but it's absolutely phenomenal. If I could just sit and watch that whole third act over and over again, it'd be a perfect, 5 out of 5 just because of how good it is. But there's a whole 2 other acts of this movie, and basically any complaints I have with this movie is literally just like nitpick almost. Like I said, like I mentioned, there's no opening crawl, but they still open with the, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I don't think that should have been in there. If you're not going to do the opening crawl, don't put that, because it's just hand in hand. Anytime you see that, you're about to get the Star Wars fanfare and an opening crawl. So, but again, a nitpick. A few little things, some choices that they did with the title card just felt out of place. And again, I'm really not going to spoil anything about this movie. So, like always, this is a spoiler-free review, so I'm not going to spoil some parts about it. But if you're a Star Wars fan, you will like this movie. If you're not a Star Wars fan, just kind of casual, maybe, just of it, it's a good movie to watch. Does it need to be seen in IMAX? No. I just saw it in IMAX because I really wanted to. I saw The Force Awakens in IMAX. It didn't really need it either. It just helps with a lot of the visuals. And it's the same thing with this one. Does it really make the movie better? No. But it's still enjoyable in IMAX. There are an insane amount of throwbacks and cameos in this movie. Again, I'm not going to really go over all of them, but if you got a good eye for them, you'll see them. Some of them are definitely thrown at you, but all in all, this is definitely my favorite movie of the year so far. It's, we still got a few weeks left, but I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to make me as happy as this movie did. It is a dark, gritty movie. It's like they said when they were filming it, this movie puts the war back into Star Wars. And I agree with that 100%. All the characters are phenomenal. You're gonna probably end up going out and buying all the K2SO toys that are out there because he steals the movie. He really does. He is such just a phenomenal character. His lines are just fantastic. So it's really hard to talk more about this movie without giving spoilers away. So I'll pretty much just going to close it out at here. If you're, like I mentioned, if you're a Star Wars fan, you will love this movie. It is phenomenal. 4.75 out of 5. There's just a few nitpicks I had that prevent it from being a 5, but I can't really go into details about a lot of those nitpicks without spoiling the movie. So that's kind of where it kind of puts you in a little predicament there, because I really don't want to spoil anything. But to go into details, it is nitpick stuff, really, really nitpick stuff. But still, 4.75 out of 5. Go see it. If you're a Star Wars fan, you will not be disappointed. So until next time,